So my name is Mark Cristiano, and I'm the Senior Global Director for ServiceNow's operational technology business. I've been at ServiceNow for about 5 months now, and I spent 20 years at Rockwell Automation before I came to ServiceNow, and then another 15 years in IT at a couple different manufacturing companies. So I've been in OT my entire career.
Mark, why do you believe your partnership with Claroty makes us better together?
Well, I think when you look at the solution that Claroty provides, world-class asset identification, continuous threat detection, and secure remote access, combined with ServiceNow's world-class workflow management, it truly is, to use a cliche, 1 + 1 = 3 from a partnership perspective.
In what ways do you think our collaboration helps us achieve positive outcomes for our customers?
Every customer is struggling with asset identification on the OT side of the infrastructure. So what we're doing is we have an integration with Claroty's solutions, both CTD and XDome, where we'll ingest that asset data that Claroty discovers. We'll put it into what we call our compliance management database, but it doesn't end there. We then take that data, we create what we call a plant model, where we identify all of the assets and identify the processes that the assets are supporting. That's really a prioritization exercise, because this is all really driving compliance and vulnerability management. And everybody knows every asset is not created equally. So you have to go through that prioritization exercise of tying the asset to the process and identifying the criticality. So we take it a step further. We actually do that plant model, we prioritize the assets, and then we help customers with the unmanageable task of vulnerability remediation. Today, they're all running it on spreadsheets. We utilize our workflows in ServiceNow to identify the people who are responsible for the vulnerability remediation, the patching, if you will. And then we use our workflows to schedule downtime, for example, and to kick off the workflow to actually ensure that the asset is patched effectively by the person who's supposed to be patching it. So it's really a system of record to help our customers with vulnerability remediation. And then there's additional use cases that transcend more than just cybersecurity. All of my discussions today start with cybersecurity, because asset identification and vulnerability management is foundational to any cybersecurity program. But what we're seeing is that rich data set that Claroty provides us into ServiceNow allows us to actually implement additional use cases. Think about end of life, think about life cycle management of the assets, spare parts availability. These things that you wouldn't typically think of in cybersecurity use cases, our customers are taking advantage of our platform and actually expanding the field of vision in terms of managing these assets and utilizing the workflows that we create in ServiceNow.
What facets of the partnership are most beneficial to customers?
I think that in and of itself, I think the technology of the respective organizations is absolutely world-class. You know, I mentioned how effective Claroty is at those 3 pillars of functionality, as well as what we're doing here in ServiceNow. It doesn't end there, though. I think that because my business in ServiceNow, the people that are involved in the business, in conjunction with the people who are in Claroty, are all OT specialists, right? We see many IT companies that try to come into the OT environment and they say that they know OT, and they don't. That it's a foreign environment to them. So I think the technology is really important, but I think it's the people of the respective organizations who are actually really helping our customers to realize the business outcomes that they're trying to achieve.
Looking ahead, what is your vision for our partnership with Claroty? How do you envision us continuing to innovate and drive success together in our industry?
I think the possibilities are endless. I go immediately to product co-innovation. We've worked together to create an integration from Claroty into ServiceNow. And it's not an API, it is a connector, right? Very easy to implement and configure. That's just the beginning. I think that what goes to my mind is, ServiceNow is really leaning into AI, and I know Claroty is looking at it as well. So think about some of the AI use cases that Claroty could be implementing into their tool set that we could potentially leverage into the ServiceNow platform. It's just an example, but I think product co-innovation is something that we really want to continue to work with Claroty on from a partnership perspective, and I think it'll really benefit our customers. When we talk about AI, it's a very nebulous, as you know, a very nebulous term. It means a lot of things to a lot of different people. But we actually have been looking at some use cases at ServiceNow, and I believe that Claroty is or will be. And think about the ability on the Claroty end of things when Claroty detects an anomaly, for example. Well, today someone has to look at a screen, they have to pick up a phone, they have to, there are steps, there are workflows that have to occur in order to remediate that threat. That's a perfect use case to build in an AI engine that automatically kicks workflows off, routes that anomaly to the appropriate personas, and then eventually actually remediates it automatically. That's in the future. But these are some of the, trying to bring it to life in terms of what does AI really mean in cybersecurity. My mind kind of goes to that type of a use case. So we would do the same thing on ServiceNow as well. As we would ingest those alerts, we would kick off those workflows and actually automatically remediate. So I think that there's a lot, the future is bright as it pertains to AI. I think we need to do a better job in the market of defining what does AI really mean to our customers.